Let It Rip says, our very own producer. Many thanks, Big Bruce, and many, many more thanks, MisippBROs listeners, tuning in on what we're calling a Throwdown Thursday. And no, we're not talking Frank Gore in that boxing ring next month. We did that last Thursday on a Thursday salute to the veterans. Why is it a throwdown today, Chad? I'm excited to share some opinions at levels I don't usually get to. I hate the word hot take. We'll save that for the ESPN personalities, those that need that sort of thing, right? But all the flame emojis are coming out because I'm ready to make some claims about Steph Curry and the Warriors. I don't know if you saw what the 49ers did to the Rams on Monday night.
Beat down.
A throwdown. Anyway, but I like the beat down there. We got Manning Cast entertained yet again with 4 big personalities on the show. And yes, one of them, our own Draymond Green, now has a podcast. Are you ready for that action? I don't know if the world's ready for that action.
No, I don't think Draymond's ready, but he's doing it, baby.
And he's going to do it. It's called the Draymond Green Show, and you need no description to know what's going to go on in that show. Also, throwing down our first ever full-on movie review. Brother Spark, little bro over here, got his fill of Field of Dreams. I can tell you all about Ray Kinsella.
The Bruce Mike is live again, dude.
Annie and Karen. It needs to be live. But we can hear that he's saturating something on the other end. But Field of Dreams review, coming hot halfway through the podcast. It'll constitute as part of our off-the-ball topic, if you will. But yes, Lil Bro rose to the occasion and watched him some Field of Dreams. I'll tell you all about it coming up there. And we got some MLB awards rolling out already. We got some MLB free agents signing already. I'm a bit surprised there. So we'll see who ended up where. Will it matter? We'll get into the MLB offseason. Big Bro in Chile. How you doing? Have at it.
Dude.
Tell the listeners how you're feeling.
Dude, I am sky high, mountain high, and I got my Undies gear on, dude. I'm ready to trek. I'm ready to get out. I'm heading down south, dude, in the next couple weeks, dude, to check out this beautiful area they call Patagonia, baby. Punta Arenas, and some beautiful, beautiful areas down there, man. Torres del Paine. So, yes, dude, we are here in Chile, man. Welcome, everybody, man. Welcome the new listeners here in Chile. The Wands, dude. I know you're watching, dude. Felipe, I think he's checking it out. Felipe is a fantastic sports a fantastic sports fan here in Chile. He loves basketball even more than I do, I think. And so we're going to check that out really quick. Glad to have him aboard, man. And we didn't talk about, you didn't bring in the intro, dude, that Staples Center is now the house that Crypto built.
Well,
and
we knew
you'd
get
I want
that.
to talk about
we
that.
knew
dude.
you'd get to that. I mean, come on. And they already got a nickname for it, and I'm going to save it because I think you're going to love it.
Okay, save it. I don't care, man. I think it's just the turning of the tides. It's showing what's going to be in the future. I think that's fantastic. We'll talk about who is signed up, including your boy Steph Curry. And not only that, dude, the Draymond thing, but we got all kinds of things to talk about, man. We got Major League Baseball staring at December 1st deadline, dude. Are they going to get anything done? Probably not, but they still are signing guys, still are trading guys once in a while, little small trades. But, dude, I want to talk about this was the deadline. This was the day, dude. I did not talk to you earlier about it, that you, one of the biggest baseball fans I know from knee-high to a grasshopper, when I used to take you out front playing bat ball, and you finally, did you do your homework, dude? Did you watch the greatest baseball movie of all time, Field of Dreams?
Oh, man, the greatest baseball movie of all time. To answer a question of yours and a statement, yes, I watched it. And we're going to find out a little bit later that it did not land as my top baseball movie of all time. And it might not even be in my top 5. I promise to explain.
You know what, dude? You know what?
I promise to explain why. I'll tell you all about it.
14-year difference we have that I'm going to control. It makes me sick, dude, that you would say it's not top 5.
That's just a teaser. We're not going to get into it. We're going to let the fans pile in. This has been building for not just weeks, for months. I got roasted on the show for having not seen all of Field of Dreams.
As you should be, dude. You cannot be a sports commentator without seeing Field of Dreams, dude.
We were covering the Yankees-White Sox Field of Dream games in August on site in Iowa. Not us on site, but the teams on site. And it came, the cream rose to the top when you started asking me some questions about the film and I didn't have the input. You were like, have you not have you not seen Field of Dreams? And the
Come
answer
again?
then was
Come
no.
again?
The answer
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
is yes, and we promise to get to that. We're
Hey,
gonna
dude,
push
I'm
it
proud.
down.
You know what? I'm proud of you for freaking stepping up to the plate and sitting through a 2.5 hour movie. I know that was gut wrenching for you,
Oh,
dude.
you just
No,
wait, Chad.
it was just
That
fine.
2 hours was pretty
And
long.
Yeah, Bruce has got the inside scoop, dude. Don't worry, dude. It's transparent as hell, dude. We gonna get the real thing here real
from
quick.
the chat line, our favorite Viking Shay goes, not enough CGI. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. Just kidding. We will get to it. It did have a $15 million budget. Your brother always looks up the behind the scenes factoids. How did we come to be? And I will tell you, I promise about my thoughts on Field of Dreams. I got notes on it right here. First, I wanted to say, since we last left the cast, coffee,
Yes.
hello, we had seen the Warriors drop a game to Charlotte, a poorly played game, and they barely lost.
Yeah, those happen. Those happen.
But did you see on Tuesday night, fans in the Barclays Center, the Brooklyn fans, turning the tide, cheering for Curry with every 30-foot shot he dropped? Let me just say, Nets fans disrespected Kevin Durant more that night than Warriors fans did in 4 years.
Good call, dude. Most definitely, man. And dude, how could you not cheer for someone and just go, what am I watching? Shooting those threes from 30 feet, 35 feet, and nothing but the bottom of the net, dude. It is a show that is now again a must see, dude. The Warriors come to town, you go to the game. I don't care if you got to sell your trailer. I don't care if you got to freaking sell your land. Whatever you got to do, get to that game. It's a showstopper, dude, and Curry will not disappoint, man. It is back. The Warriors are back. They beat the Bulls. They beat the Nets, who were supposed to be way good. They beat them by like 15, and made Harden look the idiot that he is, that he always has been. Watching those highlights and watching him just walk the ball off the court, I almost went to sleep watching the game, dude. Harden is terrible for the NBA, and now he's not even relevant because of the new rules, which should have been in place the first time, where he can't just fake his way to the line every way out there. So, anyways, dude, it's awesome to see Curry getting after it, dude. The Warriors, Draymond's got a podcast. You see the Warriors bubbling up here? They don't even have Clay yet. They don't even have Wiseman yet. And all these guys are coming up, man, and just wait, dude. They are feeling their stuff, dude, and it's going to be one hell of a fun run, dude. I can't wait to watch all the games.
You talk about Steph Curry being a must-see show, and it's funny because I just told you the other day I'm heading to Philadelphia with a December 8th to the 13th. I will be attending the Warriors at the 76ers games, whether my friends in Philly want to pony up the Bucks or not. They're like, yeah, that sounds great, Sip. We'll see you in Philly, and we'll go to the game. And then now they're seeing the ticket prices on the resale market match the quality of the show. And they're like, well, maybe we could just go see the Magic, maybe save some bucks. No. And I said, no, you go see Steph Curry at the peak of his powers right now while you still can. It is quite literally, this saying gets overused a little bit in our business, but one day you get to tell your grandkids you saw Steph Curry at the peak of his powers. A lot of guys my age didn't get to see Michael Jordan at the peak of his powers.
No doubt about it.
Or Magic Johnson, all these Showtime guys. And I will say it again on record, and I won't regret it. Steph Curry is the best show in town in any of the 4 major American sports right now. What do you think?
Ooh, man, that's heavy company, but I can't disagree with you. I'll tell you that much, dude. And you got to tell me how much those tickets are, man, because you got to, how many guys you got going, dude, huh? How many guys? 2, 3, 4?
There's going to be 4 altogether, and I like to put it like this. It's going to be $150 just to smell the joint, just to get in. And anything center court, second deck is 200 plus. Anything lower bowl is 300 plus. Anything lower bowl centered to the court, 500 plus.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. I want you guys to go, man. And now because you did your homework and saw the freaking Field of Dreams, came through in the clutch, dude, okay? I want you and your boys to go, dude. Your bro will sport half of whatever the total price is, dude. and I will fucking send that to you. And so you
Wow.
and your boys could get a ticket and go see the best show in town, dude. I'm on camera telling you right now, half whatever you guys pay, 4 of you, I will cover half of it and go enjoy yourself and go watch that Steph Curry, baby.
This is our first official sponsorship on the MisippBROs coming from our very own MisippBRO.
Yes,
So,
dude.
I will follow through. You know your brother will. Thank you for the assistance. I will give them the nudge, the Spokuses, the Kurtz, the Jamies. You're getting called out, fellas. And not just that, but the game within the game. Curry versus Curry. You don't get to see this too often.
That's like me playing you in basketball, dude.
Everybody would want to see that, right? To see a thrilling 7-4 conclusion on a 1-versus-1 court. But no, seriously. Back to some of the facts of the matter here. And I did call this a Thursday Throwdown for us today. I want to say, Chad, how do you feel about this statement? Steph Curry, best point guard ever?
Point guard? No.
Who are you going to spit back at me?
This is a not point guard.
No?
Sorry, dude. No.
Then who's the better point guard
because
all time?
I look at a point guard, I don't look at him as score as much as Curry does. Not even close. Now, that could put him reason you say the best point guard ever. But, if you notice that the Warriors play a brand of basketball where they don't really have a point guard. Curry brings it up more than everyone else, but they set different plays. Draymond will bring it up. Iggy will bring it up. Wiggins will bring it up at times. And so point guard, when I think of point guards, dude, I think of Steve Nash, John Stockton. I think of, guys that are all there for assists. Now, those guys do not compare to Curry, but I don't see Curry as a point guard. I don't. He handles like anyone I've ever seen, no doubt about it. Allen Iverson was a point guard, okay? Yeah. And a shooter, okay?
Let's keep this in a box. When you go to vote for All-Star game, Curry's a point guard. When you look at his player card, he's a point guard. We're calling him a point guard.
If you keep it like that, then there's no one better than him. No.
Okay, because I would thought you might have thrown a name like Magic Johnson back at me. A little bit of showtime element. He was a bit of a unicorn at the time, and I know he was great. And so I'm treading a little lightly when I say Steph Curry, possibly the best point guard ever. This is going to be a debate that maybe will be settled by the time his career is over. Here's some numbers for you, Chad. Steph Curry has hit 399 three-pointers this calendar year. It's the most ever in a calendar year. He's got 21 more games this calendar year. It's just absurd. He's doing things that have never been done before, of course. And
you know what the thing is, man? We say this every year about him, it seems like.
Every year. And he's still at the peak of his powers, and we love it. Enjoy the show while you can.
Dude, you have to go, man. And not only that, man, you heard what Durant said after the game, dude. He works hard at his craft. That's the best compliment a star player can give another star player. Oh, yeah. And the guy is relentless, dude. And relentless.
One thing you couldn't miss as the Warriors were dismantling the Brooklyn Nets in that second half, the joy on the Warriors players' faces, not just because of the scoreboard.
Yes.
It's the magic element that is Steph Curry. The players around him love playing with him. Gary Payton, too, just said it on record saying, he's the quarterback. I'm so blessed that he's quarterback in this team. Every player that's ever shared a ball with Steph Curry says the same thing. And did the Brooklyn Nets look like they were playing with much joy? Kevin Durant, I don't mean to hate, but, dude, you look grumpy a lot more often than you did in Golden State.
Yeah, dude, he's a grumpy dude, man. He was grumpy in Oklahoma, man, okay? So, I mean, if you want to play Oklahoma, Bay Area, or Brooklyn. Bay Area, dude.
Wow.
You're not going to be grumpy in the Bay Area, dude. Sorry.
Steph Curry is the cheat code. Steve Kerr encapsulated him after that game by saying simply, there's never been anyone like him.
No, there isn't. There has never been anyone like Steph Curry.
Now,
period. End story. He changed the game. And, and I got into a little back and forth with some dude on Twitter, and he said, don't give me this Curry stuff. LeBron is the best player to ever play the game, way better than Curry. And I'm like, dude, if you wanted a bait, then that's a good one. But LeBron changed the game, but not like Curry. Not like Curry.
No, LeBron was a physical force. And let me just throw these at you. Kevin Durant never has won an NBA Finals without Steph Curry. James Harden has never been to an NBA Finals largely because of Steph Curry. Yes. And LeBron James is 1-3 in finals against Steph Curry. And the evidence just keeps mounting up here, man. Yes. So let's just leave it at that for a second. I could talk Steph Curry and the Warriors all day, but I am going to give some shine to some other basketball action going on in the league. I don't want to get roasted down in my new second home of Arizona. So I brought this.
Second home. I like it. Look
We've
at this,
got,
dude.
down in the valley, the Phoenix Suns, who started off 1-3, have rattled off 10 consecutive wins. You can't ignore it. It's the fourth time Chris Paul in his career has led a team to a 10-win streak. That includes the Hornets. That includes the Clippers. That includes the Rockets as well. Thank you, Kat.
I just wanted to give the Phoenix Suns a little bit of good luck. That's
Please
all.
bring us some fortune.
Right.
But yes,
Okay.
the Suns are one of the few teams. We get so spoiled watching the Warriors.
But this is what the Warriors will do to the Suns in the playoffs.
Now, hold on. I just want to say the Suns are one of the more entertaining teams in basketball to me, which is saying a lot when you get to watch the Warriors on the regular. Whether it's Devin Booker being the killer that he is, Chris Paul sharing the ball at like 14 assists a game of late, DeAndre Ayton finishing dunks. They got some depth. Heck, they were in the championship last year. I enjoy watching the Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
What do you think?
No, they're a fun team to watch, dude. They're right there. They have the consistency now. They got a good head coach. They have Chris Paul is the glue to that team, no doubt about it. Do they have what it takes to, go against the Warriors in a 5 or 7 game series? No. But I think that they are a worthy opponent, man. And it's good to see the Suns good again, okay? Because they were terrible for quite a while, dude, okay? And all Suns fans know that. So it is nice to see the Suns out in the desert, grabbing that sun, grabbing that spotlight, doing that thing, and I'm happy for them, dude. But let's be serious. Right now, if the Suns go up against the Warriors, who are you picking, dude?
Shoot, without even Clay and Wiseman, man, that's a heck of a statement. I would love to see it. I don't think they've played yet this year. Maybe they play soon. I'll have to take a peek at the schedule here. But I, of course, would take the Warriors right now, the way they're playing. But, hey, a little blip on the radar maybe. But those Charlotte Hornets that knocked off the Warriors, their very next game, they knocked off the also first place Washington Wizards. So
I was going to ask you, man, I haven't even checked out how are the Wizards doing because I know we mentioned them. And since we mentioned them, they're probably going in the tank, dude.
They're still in first. They're still in first. 10-4 puts them slightly ahead of the 11-5 Brooklyn Nets, the 10-5 Chicago Bulls, and the 10-5 Miami Heat. All of which I think are going to be playoff teams.
Hey, man, those are good teams.
Those are good teams.
That's good, man. Those are good teams. And hey, let's be serious. 10-5 is 15 games. The Warriors are right around 15, 16 games. The season is 80. Okay, so let's temper down everything, but at the same time, good start, great start.
Absolutely. And while still in the basketball world, I'll just quote Draymond Green from his very first episode of the Draymond Green Show. Y'all better not fucking let us win the championship.
Yes,
that was the quote.
I love Draymond. Y'all better not let us fucking win the championship.
He said, I've heard it.
Got Clay. We ain't even got Wiseman. We got the best player on the planet.
Well, he goes, I don't know if you saw it. It's just classic Draymond and classic Klay Thompson. He goes, the disrespect has been happening the last couple of years. The dynasty's over, this, that, and the other. Steph can't carry a team, blah, 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 blah. He said all these things. He goes, the disrespect's been so large, Klay's fucking tired of it. He goes, Klay doesn't even fucking talk.
I love it, dude. Yeah, Klay never talks, dude, but he was even pissed off. But see, this is a thing that all people in sports know. Any sport that you play competitively, baseball, basketball, football, tennis, dude, golf, whatever, man. Oh, golf ain't a sport. Anyways, anything you play competitively, you get pissed off when you feel like you have a chip on your shoulder, like you have to prove something. And this is the way Draymond gets the team going. That's why he's invaluable to this team in the way that he always is. It's an us against them mentality, and he'll make it that way. And that's how Jordan was. That's how the Warriors are right now. These how the best teams in every sport, that's how they continue to be better and win and push themselves, because they always find a slight and they always make that slight bigger and let everyone know you forgot about us. Now we're going to make you pay, period.
Draymond is that perfect glue guy for all these years. The classic Draymond box score, 8 points, 9 assists, 8 boards, 2 steals. Like, just always something across that line. He might not be dominating the game himself, but he's always filling the cracks. And he's just one of those guys. You love him when he's on your side, and you don't like him at all when he's not on your side.
No, he's one of those guys. Yes.
So there's a lot of people who probably won't be tuning into the Draymond Green show, and we appreciate you because we like your loyalty here on the MisippBROs. So
you can't watch any other podcast except for this one, dude, because if I catch you watching the Draymond Green show, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna out you on the chat.
I will catch the highlights. I don't think I'll be tuning in live too much, but then again, that might be a little hypocritical of me, right? So anyway, on to football. NFL, Monday night. A couple things here, and we're going to talk Manning cast. The 49ers played what looked so familiar to 49ers fans and myself. Sometimes I wonder. I didn't think they'd dismantle the Rams. I thought they could win, but they pretty much dominated them from bell to bell. Get Deebo Samuel the ball and let him wear defenses out with his yards after the catch. Get George Kittle the ball and wear defenses out with his nobody can bring him down as one person. And then sprinkle in that running game. It's, to me, such a clean, clear formula. They executed Monday night. Is this the 49ers the rest of the way, or is this just an aberration of sorts?
I think I mentioned it on Monday, dude. This is a turnaround game for the Niners. This could, either they were going to lay down and let the season get away from them, or they were going to show up and say, hey, man, we're still here and we can be dominant. And they did that. And they changed their fortunes for the season. Now, are they an above average? Can be. Are they a mediocre? Yeah, right now. I wouldn't put the Niners in a championship conversation, but they did beat up on the Rams. And don't count them out, dude. Don't count them out. We talked about Shanahan and Lynch, how long they got left and everything. But, when a team has their back up against the wall, that's my favorite kind of team, period. Because then it's like, okay, you're professionals. You guys are adults. You know what? Show me that you are still good. And I like that kind of stuff. And they showed, dude. They knocked it out. And so congrats to the Niners for that victory, dude. I'm sure the Niner faithful, I know a couple of my friends are like, yes, hell yes, dude. And so they even went to the game, dude.
Wow.
And so I went, wow. You went all the way down to Santa Clara, dude? That's like going down to Mexico, isn't it, from San Francisco? But I said, yeah, good for you, man. So that was good to see, man, especially for Bay Area sports fans.
And I was watching the game, and while watching the game, new stars in Hollywood, Von Miller was seen getting his ass pancaked by George Kittle and that relentless motor. Let me just say, Von Miller might not be 100% healthy coming off an ankle injury, but Odell Beckham, lots of awkward shots on the sideline with his stupid blue hair. Yes, I said it. And I think 2 catches for 12 yards. I do believe we've seen
stupid blue hair when you don't produce.
It is stupid blue hair when you don't produce. Yes, but I can't remember the last time he went for 9 catches and 124 yards and a touchdown. Hell, I don't think he's seen the end zone in 2 seasons. So just like Los Angeles, lots of glitter, lots of glam, not a lot of substance, especially in the box score. I don't see this working out for the Rams. I think Odell Beckham is a poison pill.
Yeah, I don't see what everyone loves about this guy. I thought he was, obviously he had his start in with the Giants, should have stayed with them. He got too big for his mind, got too big for his head. He left New York, the media capital of the world, dude. Why would you do that and get sent to Cleveland? Talk about a career kill.
Let me pile on Odell Beckham even more. For a long time, to me, he was the single greatest receiver I'd ever seen out of LSU. Now, I don't even think he's the greatest receiver out of LSU. You got Justin Jefferson carving defenses up on the regular in Minnesota, and Jamar Chase making a huge splash in Cincinnati as a rookie.
Well, those are I'm sure there's a lot of LSU guys that we're not even thinking about that are really good, dude. But I think Odell Beckham Jr., I thought he was really good in New York, dude. I didn't think he was elite. And it's been shown to be the case, dude. He's just not an elite guy. He thinks he's an elite guy. And that's the problem with his attitude is where he goes everywhere. He doesn't produce, doesn't get the catches. But his mind won't let him freaking be a team player. And he'll be gone from the Rams next year and he'll go somewhere else, probably the Raiders or something like that.
I even had a soft spot for him for a little bit because, I'll never forget 2014. I won my fantasy football league on the heels of drafting him in the 15th round as a rookie. And he did the Odell Beckham catch that year. But just a reminder, that was 7 long years ago. A reminder to myself as a fantasy commissioner or a fantasy GM, but a reminder to Odell Beckham fans. He hasn't been squat diddly for years.
No, and I don't really think he cared that he was on your fantasy football team.
Come on, man. Come on, he's a champion now. No, anyway, forget it. Forget I said it.
Yeah.
Forget I said
So,
it.
anyways, long story short, dude, Odell Beckham overrated, dude.
Well,
Has
and
been
a huge win for the 49ers as they get something back into their season. And I believe they're sitting at 4-6 now. I think they're gonna be in the mix, and I think the Rams are gonna slowly taper off.
Their schedule's a little bit light coming up, dude. They got their moxie back, dude. They got their moxie back. That's what they need.
Shout out Moxie, shout out Valerie Demosky if you're listening up in New York City.
Dude. Moxie, who is barking as we speak.
One of our favorite little dogs on the program. So we're gonna shift gears to your brother got put on the hot seat a couple weeks, months ago for not.
Well, let's get some context here. Give some context to the fans, dude. Come on, what happened? What happened? We had the Field of Dreams game, right?
I got the only old school logo I could find, by the way, and yes, there was a Philadelphia Athletic in the movie.
In the Field of Dreams. Yep. You need some cornstalk residue on there. But anyways, long story short, dude, we were talking about the Field of Dreams. Mark, obviously, after we were speaking about it on air, we're going, wait a minute, you don't know this about it? You don't know this about it? He had not seen it. So we challenged him, folks. We challenged him. Gave him a little bit more time than we wanted, really. But he came through, and we are going to ask a couple of questions. You can ask him in the chat as well, but I'm going to pepper him with a couple questions, dude, about said film, Field of Dreams. And we'll get your take on it, man, later on. I don't think that's as big as knowing a little bit about the film, okay? Mm-hmm. All right. James Earl Jones, all right? What's his name in the movie?
Plays the role of Terrence Mann, a distinguished author who gives up writing. And in a weird connection of the universe, the main character, Ray Kinsella, is led to him while he's following the voice in his head that first told him, if you build it, he will come, followed by ease his pain. And when he and his wife, who I have a lot to say about his wife, I really do, he and his wife have the same dream of him at Fenway Park with Terrence Mann eating a hot dog halfway up the road behind first base. That is getting into the movie. Let me just say, big shout out, Annie Kinsella, quite possibly the most down woman I've ever seen. I don't think they make them like this anymore. She literally let her husband risk the farm, risk bankruptcy. She said, "Oh, you heard a voice in your head? You want to build a baseball field in our crops?" Right? And she basically from the get is like, okay. And then he builds it, and it all seems crazy. They're losing money, but then she, along with him, sees Shoeless Joe Jackson in the field.
When you see that magic, you can't say no. You can't say no.
But let me just say, females like Annie Kinsella don't exist anymore. I don't think it's possible. I really don't.
That's not true. That's not true, man.
Okay.
I know a woman, and I know she's probably not watching. My boy Chris, his wife Tanya, is a huge sports fan, huge baseball fan. I think Tanya Cubas could play the role of Annie Kinsella to the T, dude.
Well,
in real life. So, I mean, that's one I know of. That's it.
That is major. I got some quotes as the movie began. I didn't know the movie would go to Cal Berkeley real quick, which is where they met, and they had their hippie times in the 60s. I marched, I smoked some grass, said Kevin Costner, a.k.a. Ray Kinsella. Also, she was from Iowa. I had only heard of Iowa, all right? And then they settle down in Iowa where he says the line, I'm 36 years old, I love my family, I love baseball, and I'm about to become a farmer. And before this, I had never done anything crazy in my life.
There you go, man. Look at that, dude. Hey, man, this was a great movie for you to watch, dude, man. Look at you freaking knocking it out. I even forgot about that line, and you just knocked it. Attaboy.
I got a couple more quotes. I'll mix them in, but yes. Okay.
If you build it, if you build it, they will come. Go the distance is the one you forgot in the middle.
Well, I was getting there, trying to go sequential. I also wanted to highlight the dog and the beer that Terrence Mann and Ray Kinsella enjoyed at Fenway Park. $7 for the two. $7 for a hot dog and a beer. How about that, fans?
Yeah. Hey, inflation, anybody? Inflation, anybody?
And as they continue on their road, once Terrence Mann is almost literally kidnapped, and he convinces him to come because they saw the same scoreboard graphic that no one else saw, referencing Moonlight Graham and his one inning played and his no at bats, they head to Chisholm, Minnesota. And they run into a woman who used to be married to him that she says he's dead, and then through another series of dreams and or ghosts walking on streets, I'm beginning to think this is more alien than paranormal at this point in the movie. I can't quite follow that. Just go with it. So they run into an elderly Moonlight Graham appearing as a doctor. And he says, "No, I was happy with my 5 minutes of baseball. It led to an enjoyable medical career." And so they head on their way out. And as they're on their way home to Iowa, seemingly left with not the Moonlight Graham they were searching for, they pick up a kid from the side of the road, and his name, Archie Graham, apparently a younger version of Moonlight Graham, back when he was a rookie. And they bring him back to the field. He immediately sees the players playing. It's not just practice anymore. It's full-on games. And the magic is beginning. I like to see all the old school players out there with their mitts clapping. They're just happy to be out there, happy to be playing
that smack, dude. Yeah.
And every time they go into the corn, they disappear. Where are they going?
Well, that's part of the magic of the movie, dude. You don't need to know exactly where they're going. Okay, this is the movies back in the day, dude, where you, as a baseball fan, as a person, you just go with it, dude. You don't need to know. Hey, like when I watch Star Wars, dude, I'm like, nah, man, there's no one out there shooting up the freaking universe while I'm living down here. That's not happening. I don't think like that. I go with it, dude. So just let them melt into the corn, bro, and just enjoy it and just know that they can come and go whenever they want, dude.
All right. And this is all spearheaded by Ray Kinsella's regret of not stitching things up with his father before he passed.
Yes.
And some other quotes that flew through the movie. We don't recognize the most significant moments in our lives while they are happening. And I can relate to that. And little things add up to big things. And sometimes with perspective and time, you look back and go, oh, that's when everything changed for me. Or that's what led to this. So I definitely resonated with that thought. And how about this? As they continue to debate selling the farm, and there's the scene with little Karen Kinsella, the daughter. There's a scene where she's seeing everything. She's saying, "Daddy, don't sell the farm. His brother-in-law is here to buy it from him, and it's very aggressive, and he can't see the field, and yeah. Selling the farm. Don't sell the farm." Did the term "selling the farm" that we're so used to from Major League Baseball and trade deadlines and what have you, did that come from this film? Because I'm beginning to think maybe...
I think it came way before then, but the film referenced it on purpose. Okay, don't sell the farm. Don't sell the farm. You know what?
From the chat.
Yeah.
Alex, this guy Mark acting like he's never been in a magical cornfield. You should get out.
I know. Yeah, hey Alex, man, why don't you tell about your traipsing around with my bro in magical cornfields, dude, so we can really get the real on this.
So we're canceling the trip to Philly. We're going to Iowa.
Yeah, but you know what's funny, dude? And I want when I watched that movie the first time, dude, and the second time and the third time and all that kind of stuff. Later on, dude, I always saw the brother-in-law guy. I always saw it as your brother Matt.
It's a good comp, especially at that time in your life.
Yes, in that time in my life, I'm like, dude, that's you, Matt. That's you. Because this came out, remember, in '88. Okay, I was primetime high school guy. Matt was one year again above me, and so anyways, long story short, we had a little back and forth all the time, fun playing wiffle ball and all this kind of stuff. And so I would always go like, dude, that reminds me of you, dude. Like, you gotta believe, Matt, that kind of stuff. So anyways, I thought that was fun, man. I throw that in there.
I'll wrap the film's plot up and then give you my thought, if you will, since everyone's here to see what I thought about the movie. So it all amounts to, Dr. Graham coming off the field to tend to Karen, who's fallen and hit her head and was choking and whatnot. And
we know the movie. He
assumes the doctor role. Everyone can see the magic, and the brother-in-law is convinced, don't sell the farm. People will come. And then finally, Ray sees his father, a younger version where life is not worn on him. And he jumps at the chance to have a catch, as East Coasters would say, play catch, as maybe West Coasters might say, and the movie ends with them having the catch and all the cars pile in because people will come for the game. So, happy ending. Your brother's thought, I got a little bit of chills from the father, having a catch with your dad.
Come on. Hey, Dad, you want to have a catch? I mean, that's legendary,
and
dude.
You and I can relate to that. I especially can relate to that. Most of my life, our father has not been in have a catch condition, to put it politely. And I won't get to have that.
Unfortunately for you, most of your life.
Yes.
Okay.
And I won't get to have.
I got to see a better version of that. Yes.
And I won't get to have said catch. So it resonated with me. It's like, a little bit. As I pulled away from the movie, I was a little shocked we didn't get that final game, but I guess it can be left up to the imagination. And why did I want to see that final game? I thought for such a hailed baseball movie, I thought it was a little light on the baseball action. And it reminded me a little bit of Moneyball in that sense. Moneyball's categorized as a baseball film, but really it's more of like a business ethics film, economics, if you will. There's really, really light baseball action in Moneyball, where movies that I would bump up higher on my list, Major League, chock full of baseball action. Sandlot, baseball action. 42, lots of baseball action. I like athletes doing athletic things. I could get behind the tones of the movie, but it's not a top 3 baseball movie for me.
Dude, tell me that you did not put 42 in front of Field of Dreams, dude.
I just used it as an example, but my actual top 3
was I'm glad they made it, but the way they made it, it was really Hollywooded, and it was hard for me to get through.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
Because I've read books on Jackie Robinson by 3 different people. Okay, and so that was not a great depiction. But Field of Dreams is more of a feeling, bro. It's more of a feeling. It's more, as you can feel when you're watching it, dude. It doesn't have to have that baseball action. It's like a purist movie, dude. Okay, it's a baseball purist movie. And you didn't even talk about when James Earl Jones talked about, after they were talking about selling the farm. Oh, people will come, Ray. They most certainly will. Baseball stands the test of time, dude. This is the love of baseball. That speech right there goes down as the best baseball speech in the history of baseball speeches. And that is why this movie is more than about baseball. It's about the love of a game and about the love of a community of baseball fans and family. So yeah, I put it as a baseball movie, most definitely. But I understand your point. I wouldn't put it in a Moneyball category, none of that stuff. If you were looking for like 2 hours of highlights, baseball, old guys playing each other, then that's the wrong movie. But anyways, man, I'm glad you sat down and watched it, dude. I don't agree with you not putting it in the top 5. I can't believe that, in fact. But at the same time, man, we have different opinions. We are from different generations, and that is totally cool. That's why the MisippBROs work so well, dude, because we got different looks on the same movie, same things in life.
Yep. I mean, we can always revisit, but for now, it did not land in my top 3. We can maybe we'll publish a top 5.
Up to 3 out of 5.
We'll see.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
But it was an enjoyable film. Moving on to actual baseball news. And on that note, I do have a bigger appreciation for the Field of Dreams game that was put on by Major League Baseball in August. The players coming through the corn, they nailed that. So
there you go.
Actual baseball news, we saw Major League Baseball awarded Cy Young Award.
Who hit the walk-off home run in the actual Field of Dreams game?
Tim Anderson, opposite field, number 7.
Nice.
With the fireworks going off in the background.
Excellent. Good job, bro. Okay.
It was great. One of the better visuals of the entire season. So Major League Baseball awarded their Cy Young Award winners, and we ended up with Corbin Burns, shout out St. Mary's, and we ended up with Robbie Ray, taking one away from Garrett Cole, possibly. Now, Robbie Ray did lead the league in ERA and strikeouts. That's a good barometer. Corbin Burns led in a lot of metrics as well, but he pitched nearly 50 innings less than Zach Wheeler. Now, I'm going to borrow a quote from Jeff Passan, noted baseball reporter. He said, I got to find it here. Here it is. And Chad, you're going to love this. The greatest trick the nerds ever pulled was convincing people innings don't matter.
Dude. That's, I appreciate that comment. Just like they say that wins don't matter and batting average doesn't matter anymore. These baseball dorks, nerds, need to get the hell out of the game if they think that way because they've never played the game. That being said, dude, I'm glad Corbin Burns won it. He's a West Coaster. That's cool. Zach Wheeler had a hell of a year. But I did not see Zach Wheeler being dominant. And I think that's why Burns won. Because when Burns had way more dominant starts than Wheeler did.
Yes.
And
however, it happened to be more like the 6-inning variety, where Wheeler was typically going 7 and 8.
no doubt about it. But this is who you think the best pitcher of the year was, and I would have to go Burns over Wheeler. Wheeler had a great year, but Burns was more dominant. And yes, in this day and age, they don't pitch as long, and they probably, kid gloves with them a few times. But I do like the pick of Burns over Wheeler.
And let me just say, maybe it could be a byproduct. Wheeler pitching more innings out of necessity. The Phillies bullpen has been atrocious for years. Where the Brewers, you're like, hey, Corbin, you're good at 92 pitches. We're going to hand it over to Devin Williams, a.k.a. the Airbender, and Josh Hader, probably one of the nastiest, most awkward at-bats you can have out in baseball. So maybe a little product of circumstance, but I think he won the Cy Young with 167 innings pitched.
Hey, welcome to 2021 baseball, man.
That is low.
How many guys? I wish I had it in front. How many guys threw 200 innings?
From the chat line, who is Robbie Ray?
Yes. Dude.
Before this year, Robbie Ray was about a career 4.6 ERA. He'd spent some time in Arizona, lost years in the desert, horse with no name. Before that, 2014, he was on the Detroit Tigers. Why do I bring up the 2014 Detroit Tigers, even though I hate their guts? Because they're the team that knocked the A's out of the playoffs years running. Well, they became the first staff ever, I believe, where all 5 members are now Cy Young Award winners, Chad.
No freaking way. Oh, dude, okay, hold on.
Can you name them? 2014 Detroit Tigers.
Scherzer. Robbie Ray. Cy Youngs? Dude.
They didn't have to win them with Detroit, obviously, but they were all from the staff.
I'm trying to think of that staff, dude. And Jordan Zimmerman, no way.
Good knowledge, but no.
Dude, I'm stuck.
One of them plays on the Dodgers now, and he previously played on the Rays.
David Price.
And this one, I never agreed with this man winning a Cy Young. This was a product of winning 20 games about 5 years ago for the Red Sox. Stinker baller.
Oh, man, dude. Oh. No. Dude, I'm lost.
Well, that's okay because he's not at all. He's not Cy Young quality to me. Rick Porcello, a very forgettable, Cy Young winner.
That was so bad I forgot he won. Seriously.
Exactly, and that's okay because you need precious space in your brain to remember what you ate for breakfast yesterday. So, moving on.
Those ate for breakfast yesterday. All right. Anyways,
the same Detroit Tigers signed the first free agent pitcher going from one old team to a new team in Eduardo Rodriguez. Not a lot to unpack there other than, are the Detroit Tigers trying to spend money again? Because they've been basically bankrupt for 5 years, so now they're ready to go after the Correas and the Seagers and make a push.
They're saying, hey man, we need to spend a little money. We've been down for about 5 years, 6 years, and so they're going to spend some money, dude. Good for them. Eduardo Rodriguez, but they got to remember they're the Tigers. They're not going to get the cream of the crop, dude.
Well, they're paying what's left of Miguel Cabrera, and they're probably like, we should maybe do something with this while we're paying this guy $30 million a year. Anyway.
Yeah. But we're not. But see, what the Tigers got going for them, dude, is youth. With all that shitty freaking ball games they've been throwing at their fans for the last 5 years, now they have Spencer Torkelson in their system. They got all these young guys coming up. Casey Mize, dude, #1 pick overall. They got another. I think Spencer Turnbull is another good pitcher there. And so they got some youth coming up. They're gonna sprinkle in some Eduardo Rodriguez's. Hopefully a Carlos Correa, but I still think he's going back to Houston because he needs to stay there. And so long story short, dude, Tigers are on the up, dude. And if you were the Tigers, the AL Central, that's anybody can win that division, dude. There's no Yankees, there's no Red Sox, there's no Giants, Dodgers, there's no there's no huge team in there, dude. So
but there is the Cleveland Guardians.
They are, dude. They are guarding. I have no idea what they're guarding, but I guess they're guarding a bridge. Like a bridge needs to be guarded because the bridge doesn't really go anywhere. But long story short, dude, the Guardians are there, but they are mediocre at best to me.
Wow. Just wanted to say, in other free agency news, these players went back to their teams. Justin Verlander back to Houston, ton of money. Brandon Belt back to San Francisco, the only free agent that actually signed his qualifying offer. They're calling him the captain now in San Francisco. New to me.
You know how that came about, man. He freaking put on a captain hat or put on the C.
I think
put
since
on
Buster's
the C
gone,
on his uniform.
no more Buster. But I can't get behind a captain that plays 110 games a year, personally.
No, it was just like a joke. It brought everyone together, dude, and everything. Belt to me is an enigma, dude. Hopefully he has a $18 million a year. I don't see, he was coming on strong. That really derailed the Giants when he got busted.
Absolutely. He was well on his way to a career year in terms of homers. I think he landed on 29 and therefore failed to become the first Giant since 2004 to hit 30 homers. Hello, Barry Bonds. Still missed in the home run department. Last free agent to re-sign with his hometown team, Jose Berrios, got a little more of a contract than I would have given the guy. 7 years, 130. They'll be chewing on that one in about 4 years. So that's
is the Canadian what the hell do they have up there? Francs? What do they got up there? Canadian dollar. Is it a good exchange rate now? Because why would you spend that much money on that guy, dude?
I don't know. But while we're talking exchange rates, let me present to you, Chad. You know it. It's coming. Staples Center, now to be renamed the Crypto.com Arena. And thank you, our favorite Viking, Shay, for texting me that they're already going to call it the Crypt.
Yes, dude. It's a great name, dude. And get used to more and more of this. FTX is a exchange out of San Francisco that already is now the Berkeley Bowl, where the Cowboys play. It's FTX Stadium. Where the Heat play is FTX. And also, dude, FTX you see on the umpire's sleeve with MLB is on everything. So you're going to see more and more. This is the changing of the guard, the financial system. I've been telling you about it for a couple of years, and I didn't to get sick of me talking about it, but it's actually happening, dude. It's nice to see.
Bring the listeners in and let them know what major athletes off the top of your head are either taking endorsements in crypto or their actual salaries in partial or full crypto.
Listen to this Brokaw. First off, dude, Trevor Lawrence, Tom Brady, Steph Curry, okay? A few football players, man, I know of. You've heard of what's his name? Tom Brady, right? Yeah. But the list is, I forgot to look at I looked at it and now I freaking forgot it. But there is at least 40, 50 athletes right now taking a portion of their salary in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Not only that, you have two mayors of big legitimate cities, the mayor of Miami and the mayor of New York is taking his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin and is going to put Bitcoin education into the school system. Tell me this is going away. It's not. So, hey, good move by Crypto.com, dude. Big exposure.
And don't forget the guy who caught Tom Brady's 600th touchdown pass was given all sorts of swag and signed jerseys and season tickets and 1 whole Bitcoin from Mr. Tom Brady. That's like $60K now, and it could be his retirement egg 10 years from now, right? So here's to that. And Tom Brady, damn you, giving away full Bitcoins.
Well, that means he's got a few, huh?
Something we strive to do on this show one day, Hey, the next caller, we got a Bitcoin on the line. So
yes, dude, you want to see that freaking call? You want to see that line blow up, boy? Woo.
Chad gets excited when he sees these crypto developments. It is something that is been building momentum for years. And when a proud franchise like the Lakers takes something that became so synonymous with championship runs, Staples Center, Kobe, Staples Center, Shaq, Staples Center, LeBron, they're calling it Crypto.com Arena. Hello.
Hey, $700 million over 20 years. The answer is yes. Okay.
Did they pay in Bitcoin for the naming rights?
No, they said they paid in cash on purpose because they believe they're a crypto company that Bitcoin's going to skyrocket. So they're going to pay in cash, which is smart. One thing else I wanted to mention on that, man. Okay. Think about the dynamic here. Staples Center, Crypto.com. Have you been to a Staples lately? It's like a freaking ghost town in that thing, dude. It's about to be gone. And so this is the changing of the guard, and it's pretty interesting to watch, dude. All right?
You love to see it. I know Big Bro Chad loves to see it.
I love to see it also, and I want to let the listeners know, man. Yes, do I invest in it? Of course, dude. I have for the last few years, and I'm very happy with my investment. It affords me an excellent lifestyle. But I also like to educate people on it, and it is giving hope to so many people that are out of the system right now, out of the banking system. El Salvador is taking his legal tender, and all these people are now can transfer Bitcoin back between each other without having to ask the bank if it's okay, without having to do this and that, so they can be included into the system. And this will bring more togetherness in the world than any politician will ever be able to do. That's my spiel.
Well, damn. And that was just the 30-second spiel. We could do a whole segment on this. I know we could. So keep that in mind. And speaking of Field of Dreams, brother, we did go the distance here.
We did. Yes,
we're up against it, and we want to thank our producer Bruce, always bringing us in live, always putting up with our shenanigans behind the scenes, and occasionally hard boiling some eggs live on the show. I saw it in the kitchen right before I got my coffee, and I was like, a little protein punch during the show. It's great.
Man, that's a house stinker, boy.
Dude, and not on Chad's top 5 foods.
No.
Not there. So when we come back to you on Monday, as always, we'll recap the NFL. It always takes up a big chunk of our show on Mondays, as it should. We'll bring you a fresh off-the-ball topic. Today was the Field of Dreams movie review. We thank you for joining us. You want to be the 80th subscriber? Well, you better hit that like button. You better subscribe right now, and that means you didn't subscribe already. Thank you to all of our listeners, all of our subscribers, as we continue on. Bro, send them off and let them know we'll see you Monday.
Hey, most definitely, man. Thanks for checking us out, man. Monday at 5 Chilean time, noon Pacific, dude. And I want to thank everyone from all around the world, including here in Chile, for checking us out, man. We are nothing but we're gaining steam, baby. And, hey, enjoy your weekend. MisippBROs will be with you on Monday. You can guarantee it.
All right. Adios, personas. Hasta luego.